Do you have fussy kids? Most women do. And a lot of mums that I talk to really struggle to follow a healthy meal plan when they can't get their kids on board. So this is a major factor that I talk to my clients about. Because if you can't necessarily follow a healthy meal plan, because it means that you have to cook separate meals, then you can't be on one size fits all. Ideally, what you're cooking, you want to be giving to your kids, but that's not always that easy. And so coming up with solutions around how you can modify meals so they're definitely going to eat it and it suits the textures or the colors or the smells or the types of foods that they generally want to consume. And then you can just modify it slightly so that you can have it as well. That means that you're spending less time in the kitchen. A lot of women just end up putting on the table whatever the kids are going to eat because that makes their life easy. But sometimes that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get the weight loss results that they want. And so if you know this, it's really good when you're trying to feed fussy eaters if you identify what it is that they struggle with. So some kids struggle with some textures. They like crunchy foods or they like soft foods. Others like certain smells. Some like really plain foods. Some just like the beige foods. We all know those, the 2-minute noodles, the party pies, the white bread, that sort of stuff. And that's really not helpful for a mum when she's really struggling to lose weight. So once we know what types of foods your child eats, then we can start to modify the family diet so that not only are you not only cooking those foods and then trying to cook something for yourself or preparing separate meals, which is a total nightmare, but then you can start to say, okay, so that child or that individual is going to have that, but I'm also going to be offering other foods as well. And how could you incorporate or modify that so that you're not having to consume that stuff, but you're also not having to serve up heaps of that is probably not going to be eaten by your child. This is where family meal planning comes into play. So once you customize and you know what it is that works for your children and what they will eat, and then you know how to modify it, then all of a sudden you can write meal plans and you can eat healthy and you can be on track and it's not as stressful and overwhelming.